This is Jeopardy! Introducing today's contestants. Player 1, Player 2, Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny. Hi, folks, and welcome. Let's go into the Jeopardy round. The categories are Star Trek jargon, odd words, olive oil, adventures in the air, out of this world, and literature. Player 1, start us. The Type 2 of this weapon had a max power setting of 16 and could be set to heat, disrupt, or stun. It's Player 1. Use the Wii remote or press the corresponding direction on... Hey, you're right. Choose again, Player 1. This device briefly converts a person to energy, beams the energy, then reassembles the person. Yes, Player 1. Yes. You again, Player 1. When Spock checks chronometric data, he's looking at measurements of the space-this continuum. Player 1. You are correct. Player 1. Created by Starfleet, it prohibits interference with other civilizations. Let's hear it, Player 1. Yep. Please pick again. This crystal regulates matter-antimatter reactions that provide energy for travel faster than light. Okay, Player 1. Yes. Player 1, back to you. Dumbledore is actually an old word for this insect. J.K. Rowling imagined him humming all the time. Player 2. Right you are. Player 2. The name of this light, crinkled fabric comes from the Persian shur or shakar, meaning milk and sugar. Let's hear it, Player 1. Right. We return to you. The fact that clavate means shaped like this isn't something you have to hit me over the head with. It's Player 1. Yeah, good. Select again.
Yeah!
Answer. It's the Daily Double. And you have the lead. Decide on your wager, Player 1. And the clue. Too much time enjoying potent potables? You could end up with a Katzenjammer, one of these. You have maintained your lead. Way to go. Player 1. Robinsonade is not a refreshing drink. It's a novel similar in theme to a work by this author. Yes, Player 2. That's right. Way to go. You get to pick again, Player 2. Most U.S.-produced olive oil comes from this state, so watch out, you dancing raisins. Okay, Player 1. That is correct. Player 1. It's pure and delicious. The oil that's the cold-pressed result of the first pressing of olives is extra this. Let's hear it, Player 3. That's it. Please pick again, Player 3. Here's a pH test. All olive oils are graded in accordance with the degree of this they contain. Lower is better. Player 3.
Yeah!
Good for you. Select again. This Greek dish of lamb marinated in olive oil and spices, grilled and skewered, gets its name from the Greek for skewer. Yes, Player 2. That's correct. Player 2, you pick a... This LA Area Institute's famed olive walk is harvested for olive oil named for the school. It's Player 1. Correct. Player 1, back to you for our next selection. Hitting a speed of about 800 miles per hour, Chuck Yeager broke this barrier in October of 1947. Yes, Player 1. That is correct. We return to you, Player 1. In 1907, Paul Cornu became the first man to fly freely in one of these horizontally rotored aircraft. Okay, Player 2. You got it. You again, Player 2. August 1983 saw the first night launch of this reusable U.S. orbital vehicle. Let's hear it, Player 2. Correct. Choose again, Player 2. Taking 16 hours in 1919, British aviators Alcock and Brown became the first to cross this large body of water non-stop. Player 1. Good.
Yeah!
Player 1, back to you. In 1909, Louis Blériot became the first person to fly in a plane over this, between Great Britain and France. It's Player 3. Good. Player 3, pick again. The gravitational pull of this object is the main force holding the solar system together. Yes, Player 2. Yes. Select again. Galileo was the first person to see the rings around this planet. Okay, Player 3. Right. You again, Player 3. Not the first, but this second planet is the hottest because its atmosphere causes a severe greenhouse effect. Let's hear it, Player 3. Right. Player 3, back to you. The comet named for him was last seen in the skies in 1986 and won't return until 2061. Player 2. That is correct.
Yeah!
Player 2. Like Pluto, Haumea and Makemake are designated as this kind of planet. It's Player 1. That's correct. Choose again, Player 1. In Chapter 52 of this novel, a boisterous crowd is gathering for Fagin's execution. Let's hear it, Player 2. That's right. Way to go. We return to you, Player 2. 19th century author, known for writing about a venerable mansion with 7 acutely peaked gables. Player 3. Correct. Please pick again, player 3. People from the past appear to a brother and sister in Rewards and Fairies by this author of The Jungle Book. Okay, player 3. Right. Player 3, back to you. Modern novels with biblical titles include Jane Hamilton's The Book of Ruth and Toni Morrison's Song of Him. Yes, player 2.
Yeah!
Good. Here's the $1,000 clue for you. Even Grendel would love Seamus Heaney's new translation of the Anglo-Saxon epic about this title geet. It's player 2. Good for you. Okay, we have player 3 in third place, which means that player 3 will go first in the Double Jeopardy round. Categories for the Double Jeopardy round are at the dentist's office, title possessions, first names, Sports Illustrated magic numbers, USA Today's memorable quote makers, and catching some Z's. Note the quotation marks. Let's get back into this now. You have control of the board. Drill speed is measured in these. Dr. Morrison's in 1871 did about 600. Today's turbine-powered ones, about 300,000. Let's hear it, player 1. That's correct. You get to pick again, player 1. The American Dental Association says this is perfectly safe as the basis for amalgam fillings. It combines with other materials to make it stable. Player 1? Yes. Player 1? Cavities form when bacteria break down sugars, forming this substance that dissolves enamel. Yes, player 1. Right you are. You again, player 1. Modern lead aprons worn during X-raying have a collar to protect this gland from the radiation. Okay, player 1. That is correct. Player 1, back to you. From the Latin for to close, it's the alignment and spacing of your upper and lower teeth when you bite. It's player 2. Correct. You get to pick again, player 2. Of Henry Adams. Let's hear it, player 3. Right.
Yeah!
Please pick again, player 3. Of Edwin Drood. Okay, player 2. Yeah, good. Select again. Of Nat Turner. Yes, player 2. You are correct. Player 2. Pick again. Of Duddy Kravitz. Player 3. That's it.
Yeah!
Player 3, back to you. Of Young Werther. It's player 1. Yes. We return to you, player 1. Wild Bill Hickok's real first name was James, This was Buffalo Bill Cody's. Let's hear it, player 2. Yes. Choose again, player 2. Jennifer is a form of this other first name made famous by King Arthur's wife. Okay, player 1. Good. Player 1. This first name, like that of the guy who married Medea, is from a Greek word for healer. Player 1.
Yeah!
Hey, you're right. Select again. This first name of Miss Marple's creator comes from a word that means good. Yes, player 2. You got it. Player 2, back to you. As a verb, this first name means to send mail free of charge. It's player 3. Right. You get to pick again, player 3. Baseball, 4,192 hits. Yes, player 1.
Ooh.
Yep. Player 1, back. Hockey, 92 goals. Let's hear it, player 2. Right. Player 2, baseball, 2,131 consecutive games. Okay, player 2. Good. Choose again, player 2. Track and field, 29 feet, 2.5 inches. It's player 1. Yes. Please pick again, player 1. Football, 63 yards. Player 3. Right you are. You again, player 3. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. Let's hear it, player 1. Yes. We return to you. It takes a village to raise a child. Player 3. Hey, you're right. Player 3, back to you. Answer, 1 of the daily double. Player 3, you are currently in last place. How much? Here is your clue. People, I just want to say, can we all get along? You are now in second place. We return to you, player 3. Keep hope alive. It's player 1.
Yeah!
That's it. Player 1. How do we know when irrational exuberance has unduly escalated asset values? Okay, player 2. Yes. Player 2, you pick again, please. Each defender guards a section of the playing area in this system of sports defense. Yes, player 1.
Yeah!
Good for you. Player 1. This Italian squash can be eaten raw, steamed or grilled, or baked in a sweet bread. It's player 1. You got it. Select again. Two-word term for the weightlessness experienced by astronauts in orbit. Let's hear it, player one. That is correct. Please pick again, player one. Kelly will present this clue.
It's the point on the celestial sphere vertically above a given position.
Player one. That's correct. And the $2,000 clue?
Woo!
Answer? The second daily double. You are in first place. You need to select your wager. Answer this. The Lozi people moved to higher ground during the annual flooding of this African river. That puts you even further ahead. All three of you will participate in Final Jeopardy right after this. Here's the Final Jeopardy category. The 50 states. Please enter your wager. Each direction on the plus control pad represents a different response. Press a direction to select an answer. And the last clue? It was the only state physically and politically formed directly because of the Civil War. Did you come up with the correct response? How much do you add to your total with that correct response? What did you say? And that correct response will add... What did you put as your response? With that correct response, you will gain Congratulations to you, player one. Thanks for playing, everybody. See you next time.